to Paris and the Stade Pierre de Coubertin. Our last three semi-finals of the day are all singles, and we start with men's singles before both of the women's singles semi-finals. And what an intriguing contest it is, because it's the reigning world champion Kento MOMOTA against the two-time former world champion but reigning Olympic champion CHEN of China. Well, when we look at the race to Guangzhou standings, Kento MOMOTA went up 3 places from number 6 after winning last week in Denmark. So 3 titles this year from 5 finals in World Tour. CHEN has definitely qualified for the finals, even if he doesn't play China and Hong Kong. Such is his points accumulation. He will definitely be there in Guangzhou. Well, as far as the men's singles draw is concerned, from a quarter-final stage, we had 2 former champions, the defending champion, Kidambi Srikanth, and Shi Yuqi, the winner 2 years ago. Shi Yuqi, as you can see, the former champion, is through already to his 2nd French Open final, having beaten Rasmus Gemke earlier today. Gemke in his first ever semi-final at this level. So we are ready for what many hopes will be a classic match with the reigning world champion against the reigning Olympic champion. The reigning world champion, Kento MOMOTA of Japan, making his 4th appearance here at this tournament. He was a semi-finalist back in 2014. And Chen Long, the reigning Olympic champion, also making his 4th appearance here at the French Open. And he, like his opponent, is contesting his 2nd semi-final at this particular event. His first semi, and only semi prior to this, was 7 years ago in 2011, when he lost to the eventual champion Lee Chong-wei in the semi-final stage. So this will be the 7th meeting between the 2 players, and of the previous 6, Chen Long has won 4 of them. But the important statistic is Kento MOMOTA has won the last 2, including in the Thomas Cup finals. The final of the Thomas Cup final, it was the only match that Japan won in that Thomas Cup final at first men's singles. So Kento MOMOTA has never lost to Chen Long since MOMOTA has returned from his indefinite suspension, which happened on the 10th of April 2016. But he returned last year to the International Badminton World Tour and promptly reached 6 finals from 6 tournaments played. Since then, this is his 13th tournament this year, and he's already been in 8 finals from his previous 12. 24 years of age, and now is enjoying his 5th consecutive week as world #1. Won the Asian Championships earlier this year and followed it up with gold at the World Championships. And as you can see, he has won all of his matches in 2 straight games, including last year's winner, Kidambi Srikanth, in yesterday's quarter-final. So to his opponent, the 2-time former world champion but reigning Olympic champion, Chen Long, 29 years of age now, born in Jingzhou on the banks of the Yangtze River in southern Hubei province. Up 2 places in the world ranking this week to number 5. but did spend 75 consecutive weeks as world #1. He had a real battle yesterday against the Asian Games gold medalist Jonathan Christie, but he hasn't played against a seeded player so far. So his second round opponent, the man promoted from the reserves, was the winner here 5 years ago, Janno Jorgensen. But that was 2 straight games. So Joachim Humas from the Netherlands is our umpire for this one, and Sébastien Koval from France, our service judge. There, the Chinese coaching bench. Charles Franzer on the left in the red tracksuit, and Chen Yu in the yellow tracksuit top. Park Jubong,
ready to play.
head coach on the left as we looked at them. And his assistant, Yosuke Nakanishi. Well, they played in the final of the Asian Championships in Wuhan early this year, and Chen Long was the defending champion when they went onto court. But he was replaced as Asian champion by Kento Momota. 18 tournaments prior to this since his return from suspension, 14 finals, 106 matches played, and only 6 losses. So his win-loss record since his return from suspension, 100.
Ladies and gentlemen,
to just 6
right,
losses.
Chen Long, China. On my left, Kento Momota, Japan. Kento Momota to serve, love all, play.
Well, here's a staggering statistic. The reigning Olympic champion has never contested a World Tour tournament final. Of course, the World Tour only came into existence at the beginning of this year, but he's never reached a final. This, in fact, is his first ever semi-final at World Tour level.
Service over, 1
And that, to me, is utterly staggering for the 2-time former world champion. Yeah. Patient play in the opening 2 rallies from Chen Long.
Service over, 2-1.
Oh, good judgment. Just wide. Well, he watched it all the way. He wasn't really sure in the end. Longest rally so far. Yeah, good call, line judge.
Service over, 2-3. Service over, 4-2.
Well, I think the net play, the front court region, is going to be of paramount importance today. Who can command the net area?
Two.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. In fact, I thought when we were watching Chen Long in his second round match against Janno Jorgensen, I thought a couple of times he was on the back foot instead of looking for the net shot off his own net shot or block to the net. It's another long rally.
Service.
Oh dear. Poor umpire's having a bit of a cough there.
6-3.
Well, I've just heard that although we've only played 9 points so far, the average rally length is 19 shots. That's incredible.
Seven, 3.
I think somebody needs to bring the umpire a glass of water. Poor man. Umpire Humus. Yeah, this is a very good start to this opening game by the Olympic champion. Yeah, well judged. Oh, he's missed it. Well, he had forced the short lift. Chen Long was smashing from inside the double service line. Oh, we can't see his feet, but I can assure you it was a very short lift, and yet he smashed wide. Very uncharacteristic of the number 6 seed. Never really got up to the shuttle there, Kento MOMOTA.
Service over, 9-4.
Yeah, either mistimed his jump or hardly left the floor. Oh, service fault called.
Service over.
Struck above the 1.15 meter mark.
9.
Oh dear, there goes the umpire again, coughing away. Yeah, got badly deflected that shot from MOMOTA. Made it virtually impossible for Chen Long to time his defensive shot. Fell back his own side.
Service over, 10-6.
Yeah, well taken. Gosh, he was in quickly for that one.
Service over, 7,
Knows it's going to be
10.
a straight drop shot. I know it wasn't exactly tight from Chen Long, but it's still very quick from MOMOTA. Just wide. So to the mid-game interval, the number 6 seed
Over, 11,
with
7,
a 4-point advantage. Ten minutes into the match. While we're watching Xiaochuanze give his advice to Chen Long, I can tell you that the tournament referee did indeed bring our poor umpire a bottle of water.
20 seconds. For TV, 20 seconds.
Well, I think it's quite an extraordinary statistic that only 2 players from China have ever won the men's singles title here since the inception of the Super Series in 2007. The first was Lin Dan in 2009, who beat Taufik Hidayat in the final. And of course, 2 years ago, Xiu Qi, who's already through to this year's final once again. Well, I wonder whether Kento MOMOTA is a little bit tired. That would be understandable after his victory last week
12-7
in Odense at the Denmark Open, where he beat CHEN in 3 thrilling games. Now, has that equalled the longest rally so far? Yeah, perfection straight down the line. And it had to be absolutely on their line to beat the defence of Chen Long.
Service over, 8-12.
Lovely. Well judged. Well, Kento MOMOTA is trying to become
9-12.
the third player from his country to reach the men's singles final here at the French Open since the inception of the Super Series. Kenichi Tago was in 2 finals, 2011 and 2013, and then last year, Kenta Nishimoto went all the way through to the final, having started in the qualifying draw.
Service over,
But no player from
13-9.
Japan has ever won the men's singles title here at the French Open.
Fault.
Yeah. Good crouch defence
Service over,
from MOMOTA.
10-13.
That's how he won the match point in yesterday's quarter-final against Kidambi.
Service hold call.
Oh, service
Too
fault
high.
called.
Service over, 14-10.
Yeah, good jamming attack.
15-10.
Aimed towards the left shoulder. Very difficult for the left-hander to reply when it's placed there. Yeah, just hasn't got the explosive power in the legs that he displayed last week,
16-10.
Kento MOMOTA. And there must be an accumulation of tiredness. 8 finals from 12 previous tournaments this year.
Service over, 11-16.
Yeah, good shot. Well, there was a real grimace on the face of MOMOTA after that rally.
12-16.
Maybe we'll see it here. No, we didn't. Oh, he's done it again. Threaded it down the line. No, you don't get any better than that. Pushed it long, and I can tell you that there was a point from Chen Long to his coaches, as if to ask, should I have left that one at the back of the court? Was it going long? Well, we'll never know. That's a good lift. So too was that. Oh, that's just long. I was just about to say that's a brilliant shot, because Kento Momota had been left absolutely stranded. He wasn't anywhere near that little push.
16.
Look, it's just left standing in his base position. No wonder Chen Long is disappointed that he hit it long. So 5 straight points for Kento Momota, and now there's just 1 point in it.
Kento, Chen. Fifteen, 16, play. Flashlight.
Mesdames et messieurs, c'est une peine importante de ne pas utiliser votre flash. Ladies and gentlemen, we kindly ask you to not use your flash if you want to take pictures. Thank you.
15, 16, play.
Great block. Oh, he's missed it. Wow, would you believe it? I was on the verge of saying a well-constructed rally.
Service over, 17.
Longest
50.
rally of the match so far as well. Look, he's way out of position, Chen Long. Quite frankly, all Momota had to do was get it over and in, and it would have been an outright winner. Making Momota scamper the full diagonal of the court, the longest distance to run. And those weary legs just couldn't get there in time. Oh, great net shot. Yeah. Two points from the opening game, Chen Long.
19-15.
Stood his ground at the front of the court and then put that final one away with venom, really launching himself towards the net. Great block. Well, I thought in the early stages of that rally when Kento Momota lunged forward on his forehand side that there was a pained expression. Now, if you were with us for yesterday's quarterfinals, you would have clearly seen that Momota had strapping on his back. I'm not sure whether it was the knee that bothered him in that previous rally or the back. Something certainly hurt. That's a very careless turn of serve from Chen Long. Yeah, several times he's used the body attack, Chen Long, to great effect. And does so to bring up game point opportunities.
Game point 17.
Missed it. We haven't actually had a challenge in this semi-final so far.
Over 18-20.
What a rally. Yeah. Opening game to the reigning Olympic champion, Chen Long of China. 21-18. in 27 minutes of play.
First game won by Chen Long, 21-18.
Oh, my goodness me. We had some terrific rallies in that opening game. No wonder it took 27 minutes.
Court TV, 20 seconds. Court TV, 20 seconds.
Et les applaudissements pour les deux joueurs qui sont de retour sur le court. Kento MOMOTA, CHEN.
Second game.
Well, it's interesting to me. There was quite a lot of advice there for Chen Long from Charles Wanzhe. Yeah, he's stretching out that back. It's not right.
Second game.
Momota.
Love all. Play.
So obviously the Chinese coaching staff feel that this match is far from over. Maybe one good game to the good, but there's still a long way to go for Chen Long. Cool, good. Challenge. Yep. Well, it's very early to be challenging in this second game, the very first point. And if he's wrong, then that could prove costly later on. And he is wrong. It's in.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Serves over. Sorry. One love.
Oh, that's clever. Yeah.
Serves over.
It's not often you see Chen Long totally deceived. Well in. That's a poor judgment from Momota.
Serves over. 2-1.
Well, strings went in the racket there of Kento Momota. And the poor stringing team, headed up by Tim Willis here in Paris, Well, they must have thought their job was almost done, but it certainly isn't. They'll have a few more rackets to string tonight. Always do a great job, the restringing team.
Three, one.
Oh, yes. I have a feeling this is going to be a bit one-way traffic unless Kento Momota
4-1.
can find a higher gear. Just hasn't got the spring in the legs. And if the back is a problem as well, it really will hamper his movement. Very, very important, I think, for Momota not to allow Chen Long off to too big a lead in this second game. Let's go wide. There's absolutely none of the explosive movement and injection of pace within the rally from Momota that was so evident last week in Denmark.
5-2.
Well, that last rally, the longest so far. Let's go wide as well.
Six, 2.
It's almost as if Momota is going through the motions at the moment. No, he's trying to up the pace in this rally. Well left. Well, Momota is right in front of me at this precise moment. And he just used his shirt to wipe away a bit of perspiration, and that exposed lots of strapping on his lower back. Yeah, he guessed correctly, did Chen Long. that the attacking shot was going to be played down his backhand side, but there wasn't enough pace on it for him to feed off.
4-6. Play.
Well, even the way he picked up the shuttle there looked a little bit awkward as far as his back was concerned. Overdone it. There, wasn't really behind the shuttle, wasn't on balance.
Service over, 7-4.
Yeah. Was waiting for it, was Chen Long. The push down his forehand side.
8-4.
And he was alert to it. Too flat, it's gone long.
9-4.
Oh, well, it's quick onto that.
Service over, 5-9.
Yeah, absolutely stood his ground at the net.
Service over, 10-5.
So to the mid-game interval. And the number 6 seed, Chen Long, has a 6-point advantage here in the second, having already won the first.
Court TV, 20 seconds. Court TV, 20 seconds.
Well, it did occur to me that Momota might decide if the back really is troubling him to call it a day.
Play.
And Mutar during that mid-game interval, but not a bit of it. I'm glad to see that he's carrying on. But he is definitely not the same player that he was a week ago. Yeah, his movement after trying to get out of the way of that shuttle did not look good to me. Oh, that was going wide.
Service over, 6-12.
Lovely movement, isn't it? It's time to walk back to his base position in the centre of the court. Oh, that is sensational. Terrific shot from Chen Long.
Service over, 13-6.
Mm.
14-6.
Oh, I think it's just delaying the inevitable. He already looks like a beaten man to me, Momota.
Serves over, 7-14.
Well left.
Eight, 14.
Oh, super.
Service over, 15-8.
Well, if Chen Long does go on to win this semi-final, which is very much looking as if he's likely to do, it will mean we'll have an all-Chinese men's singles final tomorrow, because former champion Shi Uji already through to the final, and that will actually be the first time since the inception of the Super Series that the French Open men's singles final has featured two players from the same nation. But we're not there yet. But it does seem highly probable right now. 8-point advantage.
16-8.
Yeah. Looks a spent force to me, Momota. Has done for some considerable time.
17-8.
Yep. And once again, after failing to reach the smash, Momota looking very awkward in his movement.
18-8.
So Chen Long just 3 points away from reaching his first ever World Tour tournament final. Inside of the line. Well, the players don't have terribly long before the China Open. I do hope this man will be fit for China and Hong Kong events coming up. So, of course, Momota has an automatic invitation to the World Tour finals in Guangzhou because he's reigning world champion. All world champions get a automatic invitation. Yeah. Match points have arrived, and it's sad to see Momota playing so below the standard that we've seen earlier in the year when he won the world title, and indeed when he won the title last week in Denmark. But all credit to this man. 6 straight points to bring up a whole host of match point opportunities. One will do. 21-18, 21-8. A match lasting 51 minutes. Yeah, delight in the Chinese support camp there.
21-8.
Removes his toweling grip. Another one will go on for tomorrow. So through to his first ever World Tour tournament final. Yeah, thanks the fans. I know the Chinese players very much enjoy playing in this wonderful atmosphere in the Stade Pierre de Coubertin. But 2 straight games, the victory for Chen Long, the Olympic champion, over the world champion, Kento MOMOTA. The margin of the victory, 21-18, 21-8, in a match lasting, just rounded up, to 52 minutes. Here's the final rally.
Allez, c'est notre match, c'est notre match. Fluby nous a quitté, je pense qu'il était dehors, il est allé dans la fan zone, je ne sais pas ce qu'il allait faire dans tous les cas. On va devoir se débrouiller tout seul, enfin tout seul, on est quand même tous ensemble, pour faire partir une petite Hola, si vous êtes d'accord. L'idée, si vous voulez, c'est qu'elle partirait d'ici, vous voyez, elle s'en irait là-bas tout au fond. Je compte sur la tribune qui marche très bien, bien sûr, là-bas entre nous, et puis on revient. On a un petit passage un peu délicat de la verrière.
So job well done by Chen Long.
Ce qu'on vous demande, c'est également de faire un maximum de bruit quand elle passe.
Their